Alright, I am Chylli from channel Chylli, and we are finally here with the Deep Sleep Labyrinth of the Forsaken. What made me want to get into the Deep Sleep franchise in the first place, so... You know that some people can smell ants. It sounds bizarre, I know, but it's true. Not everyone has this trait, it's genetics, just like having blue eyes or not. But that's not the point. The point is, there is one group of people that can smell ants and one that cannot. And the funniest thing about it all is that there are people of both groups that are equally surprised when they first learn about the existence of the opposite group. Just as much as you're surprised that I could smell ants, I was surprised that you couldn't. Your ticket, please. Oh right, one moment, I had it somewhere here. Maybe try checking your pockets, ma'am. A leather wallet with a miniature horseshoe for good luck. I keep my money and documents here. Train ticket, keep for inspection. Can't read anything else on there. Need help? Our staff can... Yes, to just ask. We will... Can't really read anymore there. Everything seems to be in order, thank you. Your transit station is coming up at the next stop. Remember to change trains, ma'am. Have a pleasant journey. A big, wide-shouldered man giving me a semi-suspicious look. My brother, Thomas. There you are, sis. I was getting worried. You fell asleep or something. I might have dozed off for a moment. Well, good thing you woke up then. We're almost at our transit station. Don't want to miss it. Come on. So, did you have any fun dreams while you slept? Come in. Well... That's a shame. Some dreams are worth remembering. Come on, let's go. There's some nuances away. It's like a fancy way to say sleep, which is really interesting. So, what now? We should find a timetable and check what time our next train departs. Actually, what's the time now? I forgot my watch. Wait, mine doesn't seem to be working. Weird. Doesn't matter, there should be a clock at the train station. While we're here, we could also grab a newspaper to have something to read on the train. Alright, sounds like a plan. Can't we estimate the time somehow? For example, when were we supposed to arrive here? I don't remember, I forgot my watch and yours apparently doesn't work, so... Let's just check the time at the train station. That shouldn't be a problem. So which train do we have to catch now? That's the fun part, I don't know. It's going to be labeled on the timetable. They usually put the train's final destination there. Maybe we'll have to ask, but don't worry, it's not a big station. With only one platform, it shouldn't be difficult to figure out. Where do you want to buy the newspaper at this time of night? I thought you didn't know what time it was. Very funny. Chill out, there's a vending machine here at the platform, that big blue box. It requires coins. Do you have any change? No, only banknotes. Harsh life of rich people. If we were rich, we wouldn't have to travel by train, Thomas. Anyway, without a coin, getting that newspaper is going to be tricky. I have auto run on, so we won't really have to worry about that. Lock from the other side. Need a coin here. Just my luck, the clock is out of order. The main clock at a railway station, how likely is that? Oh well, maybe they have more clocks around here. There's gotta be some sort of contest going on among the train station interior designers for them to create the most uncomfortable seat for the waiting passengers. The station must be a strong lead. A box connected to the timetable full of some switches. A tool that really comes in handy with screws. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. It could also be used for a stabbing weapon if there's really nothing better around. Okay, it's a voltage puzzle. That didn't really help much. However, doesn't it look like a message or... No, what the hell am I talking? Are you done playing with that thing, sis? You wanted to check the timetable, Thomas. It's not my fault everything here is broken. Okay, you tried. The train will arrive sooner or later. We just have to wait. No, wait, I think this might be... Well, it's odd, but I think it's not just random letters. If we could find a way to read it... Nonsense. If you really want to read something, go get that newspaper I mentioned. Some say that looking into your own eyes in the mirror lets you see a reflection of your very soul, and a toilet, a place that is actually very common for having reflections. The time is... This doesn't make any sense. It's going backwards and forwards simultaneously. I know I shouldn't touch that, but I have to. I know I'm not going crazy. Okay, well, we have batteries now. It's too dark to see anything. Amy, what are you doing? It clearly says staff only. Of course it's too dark. They don't want you to go in there. I can't see any light switches either. Why do you have to go in there? Come on, where's your sense of adventure? Or at least a flashlight? Yeah, I have a flashlight, but why would you even go in there? I need that flashlight you mentioned. You're not going to, by any chance, sneak into a staff-only room, right, Fifth? What? No. Yes, but it's important. You're always looking for trouble, aren't you, Seth? Thomas, there's something wrong with this place. I feel it. Look around. There's nobody here but us. The main door has a huge padlock on it. Everything is just... off. Can't you feel? We can't just stay here and wait. Maybe, but my flashlight won't help you. Don't be like that, Thomas, please. No, I'm serious, it won't help you. I must have left it turned on and it drained the batteries dead. It doesn't work. Here, take it anyway. Maybe you can find new batteries for it. I have a sneaking suspicion we're already in a dream. The latest issue of summarized telegram rustling through the pages is somehow soothing, even though they are filled with descriptions of tragedies and atrocities. Economy news, sports, World Cup. Just my luck, I think I've gotten a faulty copy. The entire front page is missing, replaced by some random letters. Wait, where did I see similar letters before? Thomas, brother, where are you? Where did he go? Help me, sis. What the... A freshly dug grave with a coffin sitting above it. Now I remember the train. I took a train to get here. To the funeral of my brother Thomas. What a nightmare. I need coffee and some fresh air. Is a photo of Thomas and me, one of the last ones we had together, if not the last one. A photo of me and my brother taken at one of our family reunions. I wish I'd spent more time with Thomas. May 1994, just barely over 2 years ago. I wonder if things could have been different. The first advice I've written about lucid dreaming is to have a dream journal, a place to note down all the dreams I've had. Supposedly it trains memory and prevents details from slipping away. A dream journal is a notebook used to record memories after each night. While it helps you achieve lucid dreaming, it can also serve as a refresher to quickly recall recent events. I can't believe I'm actually doing it, a dream journal, and how is this supposed to work? From what Thomas wrote in his own journal, it trains the memory, which helps remembering. A key step toward lucid dreaming? What am I even trying to achieve? Because he thought he saw some monsters in a nightmare and it changed his life forever. Newsflash, brother, people see monsters in their dreams. Why was it unusual for you? I was so angry when he was obsessing over it, too angry, and look at me now. I guess I should have left. I guess I had some sort of success tonight. At least I dreamed about Thomas. We were traveling together, and then he vanished. I found myself at his funeral. I remembered he was dead, and I gained some lucidity. I could feel it, then the whole dream collapsed and I woke up. If anything he wrote was true, next time I might get closer to finding something. So her brother Thomas was experimenting with lucid dreaming and then died. I wonder if he's actually dead or... A bookshelf full of dream-related literature. For something that's not very well researched, people wrote a lot of books about sleep and dreaming. I don't feel like doing this right now, maybe tomorrow. First things first, I need coffee. There should be some in the kitchen. A 133 MHz processor and 32 megabytes of RAM. At least that's what it says on the sticker. A letter I got back home shortly before coming here. I already knew about Thomas, but still the audacity of that guy was striking. Then again, I did need a place to stay in the city. Miss Amelia, very sorry to hear the tragic news about Thomas. It is beyond words. Please accept my dearest condolences. I suspect you'll be visiting for the funeral in the upcoming days, and since you're from outside the city, I thought you might need a place to stay. Your brother was a wonderful tenant, never got any complaints from neighbors. He was never late with rent. In fact, he always paid in advance. As such, the apartment is still available for you for the whole month. Using up the deposit, I can even prolong this period a bit further. Either way, you should have enough time to sort out all the things that need to be sorted out while having a place to stay. I admit, this offer comes with a request that you remove your brother's belongings and, by the end of your visit, leave the apartment ready for the next tenant. Of course, if staying at your late brother's place would be too painful, I can also accept a relatively cheap motel. Otherwise, please find the attached key. Sincerely, Mike Fallpike. The landlord is not a pleasant type, but at least there are some details in his letter that could help me puzzle things together. Like that my brother was never late with rent, so he wasn't in financial straits. While I left for Thomas at night, by day I try to gather any info that can help me understand what happened to him. I decide to stockpile all the documents here, so I expect this collection to grow with time. I don't feel like doing this right now, maybe tomorrow. A quite modern TV set with a flat, kind scope. Screamed. I can't imagine them getting any better than this. My brother must have paid a fortune to get this. An old grandfather clock swollen heavy with its pendulum hanging still and quiet for many years. Grandfather clock, it's been sitting broken for years. I've already emptied it to prevent any food from spoiling. It still contains my medicine, though. There are some sticky notes on the door. One of them says, "Buy milk." I guess Thomas never bought that milk. There's no food in there. Just need some of my medicine. I don't need it today. A phone with an integrated answering machine. With a 30-minute, 60-minute cassette, it's ready to store messages from any missed callers. You have no new messages. Deep sleep. Labyrinth of the Forsaken. Wherever you are, brother, I will find you. Not sure where or how, but I will. Right, now back to regular life. It's been a while since the funeral, but I still need to take care of some formal matters at the notary. It's scary how many things you leave behind unfinished. At least I have something to do during the day. Tonight I'll try reaching him again. So tired, but at least I won't have any problems falling asleep. The apartment seems so still and quiet without him. Hi, it's Thomas. Something terrible has happened, or not, who knows. Either way, can't pick up right now. Leave a message after the beep. I should really change that. Hello, Amy, right? It's me, Alex. I think you should change that leave a message thingy. It's a bit haunting since, you know. Anyway, I'm calling to say the boss said yes to your extended leave. He understands the situation and so on. But I didn't tell him why you are staying there. As much as I'm concerned, he thinks you need time to cope, which to be honest, you do. Because let's face it, why are you staying there exactly? To study your brother's dream journals and such? I really don't understand. Listen, I'm trying to be accepting and tolerant, but I'm not sure. Doesn't matter, we all cope with loss in our own ways. I hope you're okay. Take care, I'll try calling again tomorrow. Seems to be our co-worker. We're taking a leave of absence to investigate our brother's death or disappearance or whatever. This device helps me navigate through dreams. I won't pretend I understand how it works, but I think I can access this dream, a strange place where Thomas might have checked in at. Okay, this is very familiar. There's something in the vase, a golden key. The picture is blurry, I can't make anything out. Okay, we got a cube with buttons, which is interesting. A blue metal cube with 5 buttons, one on each side. Each button has a symbol. On the 6th side, there's a plaque covered with weird symbols. This is your brother's dream. This is a dream. Yes, I remember now. I'm dreaming. I'm looking for Thomas. A skeleton in the bed. This doesn't bode well. This is probably a bit crazy, but I've got a really bad feeling about this place. I should find something to protect myself with. Maybe arm myself with this bow. Get it? Arm myself because it's an arm bone? That's exactly what you would have said if you were here. Oh, you would be so proud, Thomas. Yuck, it's so mushy and slimy. Greetings, Amelia. I'm sure this note will reach you somehow. I hope the inner awakening went well and you managed to anchor yourself within the dream. My apologies for not making it easier, but you have to solve it yourself to gain a stronger grasp on this reality. The hardest part is not allowing the dream to collapse upon becoming aware of where you are. And during that moment of clarity is the first step toward maintaining lucidity, but you can probably suspect I have taken it upon myself to help you a bit with the awakening. And having your permission, I would be honored to guide you further. I know who you are looking for, however, before I can help you, I will have to ask a small favor. Myself, come to the basement so we can talk. Sincerely a friend. P.S. Ring ring. Caution wet floor, I guess I'd better not run recklessly. Hello? Kindest greetings, Amelia. Who are you? How do you know my name? I am a friend, as I stated in the letter upstairs, and while you do not know me, one could say that, to a certain degree, I've made an acquaintance with your brother. You knew Thomas? Yes, I also know that you're looking for him here. You said that you'd help me. Can I actually find him? Does that mean he's still alive? Apologies for that. Does that mean he's still alive? No, he's not alive, at least not in a literal sense. You've been to his funeral in the awakened world, remember? Nevertheless, I can help you find him if this is what you desire. I'm not sure if I follow. I'm confused. If he's dead, then how can I find him? You knew from the very start that he was dead, yet you still began your search. Maybe you do not always remember that he died when you were here, yet you always search for him. Yes, but that doesn't actually answer my question. It does. It will become apparent with time. So where are we? Within a dream. Yes, I know that. It's in my dream, but I don't recognize this place. You act based upon a mistaken belief, Amelia, that this dream is yours. It isn't. You searched for your brother far and wide. It should not be particularly surprising that you have found yourself in his dream. Is Thomas's dream? Is he here? No, he has long since departed. This dream is what he left behind. So, who the hell are you? I've already told you, a friend. Sorry, friend, but that's not detailed enough, not to mention where I come from. That term is earned, not claimed. Fair enough. Perhaps with time I will earn that title then. Meanwhile, I can only ask of you to trust me. I'm standing in a dark basement in a dream, talking on a phone with a disembodied voice that claims to know my dead brother. Was that a question? Because that is precisely the situation you find yourself in. You know, mentioned that you need something. Correct. I'm guessing you want something in return for helping me? No, I simply require your assistance before I am able to truly help you. Not sure if that makes things better or worse. I've been imprisoned here and I need to regain my freedom if you wish for me to help you. Okay, that definitely makes it sound worse. Behind the gate on the right, there is a short corridor leading to a room with pipes. Traverse that room, and at the very back, there will be another passage. Go there, if you wish to help me. I never agreed to helping you. Like I already said, I don't exactly trust a random voice on a phone. I know, but for now, you're the only hope I have. This gate here, it looks glued shut to me. I'm sure you'll manage to overcome this obstacle. Perhaps you can use something to pry it open. Maybe I could use this bone I found. This bone you found? There's a skeleton. I thought its arm might come in hand. You just decided to take a random human bone with you. Don't judge me, okay? I thought it might be useful. As a weapon, for example. I'm not judging you, Amelia. You're just very similar to your brother. I am. Indeed, time will tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm afraid this is about as much time as we have. We cannot continue this conversation for now. They are beginning to sense something. They? Who are they? I'll make an attempt to contact you again when it is safe. It burns. That seems as hot as hell. I know it's just a dream, but the pain feels so real. That trauma will wake me up if I'm not too careful. Hopefully there won't be any more burning surprises. Great, okay, Amy, you can do it. Just be careful. Also, I should treat that burn somehow. Okay, that's my bad. I didn't know that one down there did 2 spurts for a thing. Sometimes the fight cannot be avoided. No rush, you have some turns before the monster attacks. Select a weapon from your inventory and use it to strike. Burnt ashen body glowing with embers. This creature seems to be burning from within. What the hell was that? Okay, Amy, relax. It's just a bad dream, a nightmare. Everything is possible, but nothing is real. I think, anyway. If I can find a way to turn off that furnace, the pipes from the previous room should stop releasing steam. This looks like a mechanism of some sort, but it's clearly missing a part. The barely visible label says main shutoff switch. If only I had something that could be used as a lever. Like that human bone. Unfortunately, it broke into pieces and could not be used. Hello? Amelia, it is good to hear you again. I'm glad you are safe. Safe, I just had to run through burning steam and fight a weird monster from the furnace. But you managed to overcome those obstacles for the time being. You are safe. We have the opportunity to talk more now. I'm still trying to access the room behind the pipes. Excellent, I know you can make it. And you're in there? No, sadly, but you will find the path leading to me. More riddles? Can't you just tell me what's in there? I do not know. I cannot see from here. Amelia, I know we say we might have more time now, however, I can still run out, no matter how big the hourglass is. The grains of sand are still numbered. Please, hurry. I'm stuck. Hot steam is blocking my way, and the only way to turn it off is a furnace that requires a lever. And I have nothing like that. The bone broke when I was fighting the monster. Do not fret, Amelia. Remember, this is a dream, and while it is not yours, you are still the dreamer, the traveler. You can give me as many titles as you want, but none of them can be used as a lever. You would be surprised by how much you can influence a dream, even if it is not yours. You need to calm down and realize the power that is in your hand. You possess a certain focus. You can use it to restore what you once had, to remember what was lost. Like that broken bone? It is a bit of a gruesome example, but it could serve as a learning case. Close your eyes, remember the item you wish to bring back, and use your focus. I must finish this conversation. I've already risked too much. They're going to notice. They? Hello? This is your focus. Use imagination to conjure known items. Unfortunately, it only has one durability right now. There's a key inside, but it's still very hot. Picking it up might be painful. Okay, we got a modern key now. It only shows white noise. Room 387. That's it. That's where I have to go. I think anyway. What the hell is that? Stay away. Abnormal neural activity detected. Memory corruption. Aborting dream, restoring consciousness, disconnecting, waking up. I believe that was scripted because the door was locked behind me. God, dear God. Someone's at the door. Tonight I was in a weird hotel. I found a blue cube that said it's your brother's dream. I gained and remained lucid this time without waking up. I explored the area and spoke with someone on the phone. Their voice was rather delicate and melodic, but at the same time it sounded cold and somehow unnatural. That person told me that they will help me find Thomas, that they actually knew him. All I had to do was release the voice's owner from being locked up somewhere. Now that I write it down, it sounds even more suspicious than it did back then, and even back then I had my doubts. For now, I decided to play along. The voice from the phone taught me how to imagine items inside the dream, a handy trick that might be useful. As I located where the voice was, left hotel room 387, a monster appeared. Unlike any other monster I ever encountered in my nightmares, it was terrifying. It felt like it wasn't a part of that dream. If it makes any sense, like if it came from outside. It caught me before I was able to run away, and I felt it pierce into my mind and soul. I thought I was done for. Miraculously, I woke up unharmed, but something tells me I might not be so lucky next time. Alright, well, hang on here. We're running out of time, so that's where I'm gonna leave it off for today, at the end of the second dram. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and next time we will continue with Deep Sleep Labyrinth of the Forsaken. I feel like playing the Deep Sleep trilogy really helps immerse you in the environment and what's going on here. There are certainly quite a few references, and a lot of the lore from the first games are showing up in this game, so I'm glad I checked them out. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it off, so if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!